Hi, travelers. Tara here, Hidden Lotus Tara. I know y'all haven't heard from me in a hot minute, right? I have been busy, busy, busy. So I'm going to come to you today with an open reading. So this is not for any specific sign. We're going to be looking at the time frame of February 20th leading into the Sunday, the full moon eclipse that will be occurring this week. As with all open readings, this is not for any particular sign, okay? And I'm reading for so many people, so please take what you can, disregard what you cannot. But I also want to stress that because we have the eclipse coming up, that eclipses always conceal, they never reveal, okay? Um, so if you're looking for answers to some type of problem that you may be, some challenge that you're having on, I'm going to ask you to just kind of hold on to, whatever it is that you're thinking, whatever it is that you think you need to do or that you may want to do. This could be anything from signing documents, to taking a trip, to getting into a new relationship or getting out of an old crappy relationship, that you wait a few days, 3 days before and 3 days after the eclipse, because there's always typically something about the person or the situation that you are not aware of. And you kind of want to give time for the rest of the world to kind of catch up, okay? I have, for those of you who have purchased the membership option over on the website, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. As soon as I get through with this, I'm going to be posting a new astrology video for you over in the astrology gallery on the website. If you have not received your Zero Aries personalized chart from me, please email me. I will put my email address up at the end of this video. Please email me your full name, your correct birth time. Please don't contact me if somebody done dials for your time or they done told you that they spirits done told them. Birth time is based on the exact time the umbilical cord was cut. It is based on clock time and nothing else. If you don't have that information, there's some articles over on the website which you can read that might help you track that information down. So I do need the correct birth time. I need your birth location, and I need your sun sign. That's for me to make notes in the chart itself. Now, if you've purchased a membership, you know that you're already able to create a chart, but this is a completely separate chart that I am offering to you. And this is the chart that we're going to be using to test out my new astrology theory, okay? So please, if you have not received that Zero Aries chart, email me, again, your full name, correct birth time, your birth location, and your sun sign, and I will get that chart to you. Toot sweet, okay? Let's see. It's just been busy. Crazy times we got going on. There's a bunch of new articles for those. I don't know if you guys who have purchased memberships are getting those notifications when I make posts. So please check periodically back. What you see on the front end is something totally different from what I'm seeing in the admin section. So if you do have your Zero Aries chart, and you see some transits that are going to be coming up that are going to be hitting your chart, please go to the astrology forum under the astrology tab in the Lotus forum and post up your factor, which is your planet, what degree and what sign, okay? If you don't know and you just don't know and you have a question, say the transit. We do have Jupiter in Libra all year until October 2017. Well, today, Jupiter's at 22 degrees Libra. So if you have anything in your chart in the sign of Libra at 22 degrees, and it doesn't matter if it's the sun, the moon, the Mercury, or even Jupiter itself, I want you to come over to the astrology forum and tell me what planet do you have in Libra at 22 degrees. And I'll take a look at your chart. Now, this is just for the people who already have their Zero Aries chart. And I'll take a look at your chart and kind of tell you what could possibly be coming up. It is like the tarot. It is a predictive technique, but you have free will. Everybody has free will. And it also depends upon what you have going on in your life. I'm coming up with a astrology reading that I will be offering based upon your Zero Aries natal chart. I don't have the particulars of that. I don't even have a price point yet. So bear with me. And I'm also going to have to call a halt on any Akashic Records readings because I'm working on getting my classes put up over on the site. Those are the tarot courses that a lot of you have been waiting on. Oh no. I'm doing stuff with my toes. So here we go. I do have the the Radiant White. I have the Sibilas. I have the, what do you call it? I just drew a blank. The Angel Answer cards, and I also have the Heart Oracle Tarot. So I will be pulling 2 Oracle cards for you today. All right. New subscribers, thank you to the channel. Thank you so very much for coming over. Old subscribers, thank you so much for sticking with me. And again, please, thank you so much for your patience while I'm trying to do all of this stuff. All right, 9 cards. We're looking at the time frame of February 20th through the 27th. That's going to be a day after, 27th will be the day after the eclipse. This is for no specific sign, and this is a general reading, okay? General. Well, there's Jupiter. Nine cards down. The overall energy of the spread is the 6 of Cups. Okay. The 9 cards are Jupiter, the Wheel of Fortune, the Queen of Pentacles. She typically represents an earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. The King of Cups. He will typically represent a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. The 4 of Pentacles. The 8 of Wands. The Moon. The 3 of Coins. The Emperor. And the Page of Wands. Okay, so for those of you who don't know much about the tarot, and that's why I'm doing my classes, they are broken up into 2 distinct groups. The card is 78 cards, but the deck is divided into 2 distinct groups. We have what are known as the Major Arcana cards. These are our higher purpose cards. These are the spiritual lessons, those things that are designed to move us forward. Okay. They include the cards. They look like this. The Wheel of Fortune, the Moon, and the Emperor. Then we have what are known as the Pip cards. The Pip cards are our numbered cards from the aces, which are number 1s, okay, all the way up to the number 10. So the Pip cards are going to include the 4 of Coins, the 8 of Wands, the 3 of Coins, but it also includes what are known as the Court cards. These are our Kings, Queens, Pages, and Knights. Okay. Now, we have off the bat 1, 2, 3 Major Arcana in the spread. And the Major Arcanas take more weight over the Pip cards. Okay. So this is about life change directions or life lessons or certain spiritual challenges that you may be having. Okay. It depends on what's going on in your life. Even if there were only 1 Major Arcana card in this spread, and I have 3, but even if there was only 1, it would still hold more sway and weight than these Pip cards. Okay. Now, the Wheel of Fortune represents Jupiter, and we do have Jupiter in Libra until October 2017. And the Wheel of Fortune is every low is a high and every high is a low. In other words, when you're at the bottom, you're also on your way back up at the top. And when you're at the top, you're also on the way back down. You can't stay at the top forever, and you're not going to be at the bottom forever. But basically, it speaks to changes that come about that you, in a sense, kind of have no control over. And whenever there are Major Arcana cards, it's kind of like you don't have any control over the situation. It is what it is. Because I only have 3 out of 9 cards, there is some modicum of control over this, but there will be perhaps some events or things that happen that, you got no control over. And I have the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Cups. So this is a earth sign female and a water sign male. I'm going to take it exactly as it has come out. what I'm looking at is some type of change surrounding these two individuals. Maybe these two people, why do I say maybe they live at a distance? Why? Because Jupiter is ruled by Sagittarius. Okay. And maybe these two people live at a distance. Maybe these two people met while they were traveling. Okay. However it has come about, there's something of a fated quality surrounding these two people. Now, the way the cards are read, it is past, present, and future, past, present, and future. And then there's the interplay of the cards. Okay. So this is my past row. So this tells me that there's some type of change, life change direction, something that has occurred, let's say even through the astrology. Okay. The Wheel of Fortune can also represent your karma. And karma is simply created based through the choices that you make. All right. Across the present row, I have the Four of Coins, the Eight of Wands, and the Moon. Now, to me, the moon is one of the luminaries. There are three things that control everything: the sun, the moon, and the stars. So you got no control over that. You don't control when the sun sets and when it rises. You don't control when the moon is full and when it's a quarter moon. You don't control how the planets move. But those things, they govern everything. All right? We have no control over that. Now, the energy of the Four of Coins represents the energy of Sun in Capricorn. Capricorn is a very fixed, can be a very slow energy, extremely perseverant, and very, very determined. They don't allow much to get them down. They will suffer all of the slings and arrows, all of the delays, all of the whatever the case may be, but that does not make them veer from their plan. Okay? In this, the way the cards are coming out, the Four of Pentacles is all about either saving your resources or your energy or your thoughts or whatever. You're kind of hanging on to those things, okay? And you're not investing anything in the future. You may have received some gains and you're just trying to hang on to that right now, you know, particularly with this political climate that we, you're trying to hang on to what you have and be cautious about investing anything in the future. It is a coins card, so this could represent finances, but the coins cards basically represent, they represent not only finances, but they represent the actual doing of something, okay? The physicality of the work. Now, in its negative aspect, this Four of Pentacles can be about being very stingy, not wanting to share, and being immovable from either your possessions and the things that you own, or simply the fact that you're just stuck in one spot and you don't want to move, okay? But then here comes this Eight of Wands. Now, Wands energy is typically, it's a fire energy, and it typically is associated with work, okay? But to me, I read the Wands like having an emotional component. And the reason why I say that is, in order to be number one in what you do, that shit requires a lot of hard work. Whether you've studied hard for it or you get out there and you bust your behind and you're doing 80 hours a week, okay? Why? Because you got fire underneath you, and you know that that's what it takes for you to get from here to there, okay? And so we have this weird kind of a stop, go energy, okay? Because the Eight of Wands represents travel by air. It represents messages. It can even speak to love at first sight, all right? We don't really know what these arrows, what these Eight Wands, because they're simply flying through the air. Typically, I have seen this card show up sometimes, like if you've been waiting for a message or news, or you've been waiting to move forward on a project or take a trip or something like that, that suddenly it's going to become clear that way is going to open up for you. And whatever news comes in or however that event changes, it's typically in a very, very positive manner. However, I have the moon here. And the moon completely, to me, in this spread, is speaking about the eclipse. The karma of this eclipse. Now, this eclipse that is occurring on the 26th will harken back all the way to 1999, especially the last one that we have of the year, August 21st. So something may be becoming activated. In other words, because the eclipses this year are running across the Aquarius-Leo axis, this is going to be a situation of friends versus lovers and children, groups versus how I get my own enjoyment, my own hobbies. Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, so this can be rebellion, rejection. Okay, this could simply be about meeting a lover out of the blue who may have children. You may have children with. Maybe you both have children, and this is about the two of you coming together. Okay, and perhaps trying to create a blended family. But because it is the moon represents hidden things. It is the psychology of it. This represents Pisces, and I think we have the actual eclipse is going to be 8 degrees Pisces. The new moon, and I forget. I think the sun is going to be at 8 degrees Pisces. That's typically how it works. They're always opposite the sun and the moon of each other. Pisces rules the 12th house. This is the house of self-undoing. It is the house of secrets. It is the house of hidden things. So what this is telling me is that something is about to change in one respect quite rapidly, but there's something that you don't see about the situation because the moon hides things. It's not like having the sun shine. When the sun shines on everything, you can see exactly where everything is and exactly what it is. But the full moon, okay, and the new moon is a dark moon. There's no even a moon that you can see. But even if it's the full moon gives us light, but it creates shadows. We can't see things, so things can become a lot scarier than they are. So this can be about subconscious things, those things that you fear. It could also be about psychism. If you're receiving any kind of, maybe you're seeing a bunch of numbers, or maybe you keep hearing the same song over and over again. Maybe you keep hearing the person's name over and over again. And you're like, what the hell's going on? Okay, well, we can look at those kind of things, like to say, this is being brought about by the transit coming up with this, what do you call it? The eclipse. Now, this last row is to me what's kind of interesting here, because I have the 3 of coins, the Emperor, and the Page of Wands. Now, the 3 of coins is the energy about 2 people coming together to make a third thing. Now, it is ruled, this is Mars in Capricorn. And Mars is that Wands energy, that fire energy that we're talking about. So Mars is all about your go-get-em attitude, your ambition, your desire, your drive. What do I got to do? What do we got to do to get what it is we want? It is about the start. 3s represent a start. You done came up with the idea. You done gave it some thought with the 2. And now you're at the 3, the planning stage. Now you're ready to move forward with that. And you need that Mars energy in order for you to move forward. And it is about building a firm foundation. Why? Because it represents the energy of Capricorn. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. Saturn wants things that will stand the test of time. So Saturn will present you with challenges. He will put delays in front of you, disappointments, people not doing what you expected them to do. Why? Because he's asking you to slow down, okay, and take a look at what it is you really need to be doing. Why? Because I want you to build this brick by brick, and I want it to be strong enough for it to stand the test of time. Now, we have 2, in a sense, kind of Saturn cards here, this energy of Capricorn. Now, here I have the Emperor, and the Emperor is representative of Aries, okay? And Aries, in the tarot, the Emperor is the archetype of the father. So this could be someone who is a mentor in some way. He is someone who is about increasing his territories. He's not always the nicest guy, okay, but he's a fair guy when he's in his positive energy. You don't get to be the emperor by being a sucker, and you don't get to stay the emperor by being a complete jerk. Okay, so it is about learning how to balance that rationale with that passion and that desire that you have. In his negative aspects, he can be someone who's quite egotistical, someone who is very, very rude, someone who says it's my way or the highway. Okay, but because he represents the energy of Aries, he represents the sign of Aries, and Aries rules the first house. A lot of times this is about just the energy of the emperor, is about someone who maybe is firmly in place in terms of their ego, and they know exactly what they want to do and how they're going to do it. Okay, it's designed so that they can increase whatever territories. We do see that we have somebody holding on to something. Okay, then here comes the Page of Wands, and the page is about messages. So I'm getting 2 cards of messages. This is something coming quite suddenly out of the blue, some type of movement forward. And this says, I've got the impetus to take that message and do something with it. Okay? That's that fire energy. So pages always bring news and messages. Okay? Now, because this represents Sagittarius, Mercury in Sagittarius, and here we have the Jupiter card, this tells me that some news is going to be coming from a distance. Now, I don't see any swords here. So it, but the message could come any kind of way. It could come, text message, paper mail, email, phone call. It could even actually be traveling someplace and running into somebody that you haven't seen in a long time. And that's what I mean about that eclipse going all the way back to 1999. This is about people and places and situations from the past returning back to you. It's kind of like the cards are saying you're going to be offered an opportunity for a redo of a certain situation. Now, in some cases, this redo may be the opportunity for you to forge ahead and move forward. In other cases, it might be that whatever this karma is, it's going to be an opportunity for you to come back together so that you can get closure on it. I'm not going to know exactly what that's going to mean until I pull the Sibila cards. And the reason why I'm giving you those 2 interpretations is we have the 6 of Cups as the overall energy. Now, the 6 of Cups, for many readers, is known as the soulmate card. Well, in one respect, yes. There are some situations where you can meet that person and it is like you guys are soulmates. Everything just gels. And then there are those other soulmate situations where you guys are together and it's like hell on earth. Okay? So it could very well be for some of you, you may get that opportunity to get back with that person who you gel with. For others of you, it's going to be meeting that foe or that rival or that person that you had a difficult relationship with. But the only reason you guys are coming back together is so you can get closure on that shit and move forward. Okay? Nevertheless, the energy of the 6 of Cups is about nostalgia. It is about memories. It is about childhood. It is about that kind of unconditional love and joy that children have. For some of you, this could be about, it represents the childhood home or the past. So this could be about, some of you may be traveling back home at this time. I do have this travel card. And when I see this card, some of you may be traveling around the world for something, for a distance, or someone may be coming from a distance. This could be, you live in New York and a person lives in California. Okay. Or you live in Washington State and the person lives in Japan. Okay, so this could play out for you in many, many different ways. Now, the cards that are standing out to me, I have a knighting here of the Wheel of Fortune, the Moon, and the 3 of Pentacles. And this is telling me that Jupiter brings protection and luck and abundance. In Jupiter's most negative, he can be overconfident. Okay, pushing your luck, so to speak. So I do feel that there's something, a change is coming. You don't know about it yet, and you really don't know how this is going to play out. And I think that's why the moon has shown up, because I just said to you, some of you are going to get a redo, and some of you are going to get a chance to redo, but it's only going to be the redo so that you can end whatever it is that you need to end and move forward. That's what this is telling me. Why? There's that 3. 2 people coming together to build something. Okay? But now let's say, for instance, that the card shows up like this. Okay, well, we see everything's upside down. There's an imbalance here. Okay, so this is the energy of some of y'all coming back together to complete something. Okay, not to stay together, but to complete something and end it. Now, here on the future column, the King of Cups, what this is saying to me is that I think that this Water King is, in one respect, perhaps there are some things coming up for him around this eclipse. I feel that this Water King may be going through some type of emotional change or psychological change. I also feel that at some point, there is no timing in the tarot, So please don't assume that I'm giving you this information and you've been waiting to hear from this water sign king and you think 3 days after the eclipse, his ass may contact you. It may be another 6 months to a year. Timing is all relative in the universe. But what this tells me right now at this particular point is that this Page of Wands is the impetus to move forward. There's some kind of news that is coming. Now, down the center, I have the Queen of Pentacles, and we can see that this Queen of Pentacles is moving quite rapidly. I'm going to assume that two things, that she is either moving quite rapidly towards a male of this energy, okay, a mentor. This guy can show up like a soldier. He can be a police officer, but he's going to be somebody who has a kind of a take charge. Again, it represents the energy of the father. And if this is not her moving towards this type of male, this is her moving towards this type of energy herself. Someone who is very focused and very determined. If she's in her negative aspects, she can be a greedy, controlling bitch. Okay? If she is not, this is somebody who not only has the organizational skills to do studious, is going to learn, she's going to be deliberate and take her time, but she is moving quickly towards this energy of the Emperor. Now, I don't know if this is showing up to me as a person or an energy, because this could be representative of the type of individual this Water King is, really. Okay? And I can see here on the diagonal that this King of Cups is moving quickly, or news is coming, where he's going to get an opportunity to come together with somebody and build something. Now, this could be in work. Because we have Jupiter in Libra, Libra rules partnerships. Romantic partnerships, business partnerships, and one-to-one relationships. So for some of you, this could be the return of a lover. For others of you, this is going to be perhaps meeting someone who's going to be able to help you get your business off the ground. Everything's just going to gel. You know, there's different types of soulmates. I bring up this example all the time. I went to see Steely Dan, and Walter Beck and Donald Fagen have been together 23 years, I believe it was, when I saw them. So that was a while ago. It's damn near 30 years now. And that's longer than a lot of marriages that I know. Okay, but that's a soulmate relationship. These are two people who get each other at some kind of core level, particularly surrounding music, okay, and composition. So these are two people coming together to build something. And they may be going to a third person to gain some information. So this could be about coming together with somebody and figuring out maybe about loans, banking, things of that nature. If it's about partnership and marriage, then this could be about coming together and maybe you got to sign a prenup. What the hell do I know? Why do we want to sign a prenup? That shit ain't romantic, but you want to protect and save. Okay? So, I do sense that this Queen of Pentacles is herself. This is her energy. And she's moving quickly towards that. Now, what is most interesting to me, and I always say this, you hear all card readers say this, I have 2 4s in this spread. We have the 4 of coins, and the Emperor himself represents 4s. Now, 4s speak to stagnation, sitting still, and stability, the Emperor, okay? But at the same time, 2 4s are typically an indication of a house move. If not, let's say from Arizona to, I don't know, South Carolina, it could simply just be you're moving to a new house, a new zip code, a new area where you live already. But it is always indicative, the 2 4s, of a home move, a house move, or change of residence. Let's put it that way. Now, let's pull cards. I want to take a look at the 4 of Pentacles, and I want to take a look at the Moon. So if there's information coming, I do ask that, particularly around this eclipse. For many of you, this eclipses are always game changers. You don't always see the effects right away. It could take another 6 months to a year for you to actually see whatever change that this is coming for you, but they are game changers. And this is why I want you guys to get over there and get that Zero Aries chart on the website so we can take a look at these things. For some of you, this is literally going to be people from the past, faces showing up, or the same sort of situations coming back again. Either for you to be able to resolve it so you can move forward, or so that you can heal it and have some kind of togetherness on it, okay? I feel that this King of Water King has just been kind of sitting and not doing anything in one respect. Now that could be also in terms of maybe his business has slowed down. Maybe he has downsized. Maybe he himself has had to stop working. Maybe there's been perhaps some kind of hidden health issue. But I always read this card as emotion. So this is something emotional. This could be someone who's been suffering perhaps from depression or low vital emotional energy. But then we see, you know, bam, boom, he's perking up. He's getting ready to make a move here. There's going to be a life change direction for this person as well. And maybe they've been sensing that coming, so they've just kind of been hanging on for whatever reason, or waiting for something. Now, sometimes I do see this King of Cups and the Moon to be representative of someone who might have some kind of addiction problem. It could be gambling. It could be alcohol and drugs. That wand is a phallic symbol. It could be a sexual addiction. You know, depends on what people got going on in their lives. And maybe this is saying that this person is about to make a move on that and try to get their self together. There's a lot of messages coming out of this. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look at this Moon card here. That's interesting. The Gran Consolazione. This is achievement, success and achievement after a long time. Remember, I'm talking about that Capricorn energy, okay? But also it speaks to timing, you know. And this person is dreaming or they're wistful. Then I have the Donna Maritata, who is respect for a married woman. But this person can also be someone who is in a nurturing capacity. You see those kids there? And then I have the Vedovo. And this is the man tied to his past, the sad and lonely man tied to his past. Remember, it was saying it is something, perhaps a person could be suffering from depression of some sort. And so, in one respect, what the cards are telling me is that this is someone who I feel is trying to come to terms in some way with, it looks as though, maybe, again, these people are at a distance from each other and they haven't seen each other, so the person is missing them. But it could also speak to the Vedovo. You see, there's a cross there. There's a grave. And this could be someone who is mourning the loss of a relationship with someone, I think, who is very important to them in some way, a deeply emotional component to this. Now, let me take a look at this Three of Coins here, because it sits in a rather pivotal place. It is the last card down on the past row, but it is, I'm sorry, the past column, but it is the first card down on the future row, okay? And then I'm going to pull an Angel Answer card and one Heart Oracle Tarot. I think that what the overall energy of the Six of Cups is saying in terms of this spread is to reserve and hold a space open with love and compassion. Whether this person was your enemy at one point, maybe the relationship degraded in some way. So try to, if you hear from this person, maybe they are trying to come back. If they do, you hear from them or you run into them again and you've had a contentious relationship. This is designed for you to heal that and kind of close that so that you can move on. So have that space open in your heart like children do, unconditional love. Unconditional love doesn't mean that we forgive people for being abusive to us or however the case may be. But if the person comes in the spirit of actually wanting to try to mend fences with you, hold that space open. Not only will it help that person, it will help you to heal tremendously so that you can close this out and move forward. It's something's coming. Again, these are strange cards. I have the desperate jealousy on top of this Three of Pentacles. Two people coming together to build something. But yet the desperate jealousy speaks to fear, but it also speaks to excessive attachment to a situation, as if, remember I was saying, it's like the person is coming to terms with perhaps the way they feel. They have not forgotten what that felt like, that coming together. Threes are always a start. They don't mean that you get to finish it. Just a start. What do you put into it? You got to put something into it to finish it out. Then I have the Bambino. This is not speaking to me about pregnancy. This is about a new energy coming about. But I have the Falsita. And this is the card of lies, deception, and hidden intentions. Now, falling on this Three of Coins, and this is about two people coming together to build something, but it can also be about maybe somebody has done something that has been hidden from you. Remember, eclipses always conceal. They never reveal. That's quite a very enigmatic trio of cards. It's like they're saying that someone can't, they're excessively attached to this building of something, but there's a new deception or a new hidden intention. Sometimes the falsita may not necessarily be that it is a lie or something deceptive. It can simply sometimes mean that it's something that you don't see, hidden, as the card implies. So this is a new hidden intention that I'm getting here. Let me pull. If this is the energy of this Queen of Pentacles, this Emperor, she's not going to be playing no shit. Okay? And if this is the energy of the King, this Cup King, know that he's going to come back and he's going to come back and he's going to be on his game. Okay? He ain't going to be coming with the D game. He's going to be coming with the A++ game. Why? Because this chick has her A game. A++. Okay? She got her A game. And if she hadn't gotten it, she's quickly moving into that energy. So let's take a look at what this Page of Wands is telling us. You know, that falsita is quite, I'm really not picking up anything negative. But like I said, I'm reading for many, many people. So I don't, you know, it could be that it might be something, a new relationship. Maybe what the cards are saying is that the person rejected one relationship for another relationship. And maybe the news is coming that you're going to hear that it's hidden, whatever this is. It's like it could be a new deception or a new lie. But at the same time, it could simply be that somebody is missing someone and they are regretting whatever this Vedavo is talking about. And now they're secretly making plans to maybe try to fix that. Again, I'm reading for many people. It depends on what you got going on in your life. In order to know more, that requires a personal reading. Let's look at the Page of Wands. Holy shit. Lecherezza. This is the card of sensitivity, tact, lightness. It can also speak to irritability, somebody who act like they don't got time for you or you get on their nerves all the time. But it comes on the Page of Wands. So to me, this is news surrounding the way somebody feels about something. Maybe their feelings have changed. Their sensitivities towards something has changed. It definitely has to do with the female lover. Now, this reading applies whether this is same-sex or heterosexual, whomever's going to take the role of the female. And then I have the Gran Signore. The Gran Signore is the King of Cups in this deck. Now, I'm not exactly sure if these two cards are the same people or if they are different people. Two aspects of the same person. I don't know. Let's pull a angel answer card for those of you who were seeking an answer to a question and this didn't even address whatever is going on with you. Perhaps the angel answer card can give you the answer or the solace or the advice that you need. So please formulate your question in your mind. I'm going to pull one of these cards to answer that question that was not answered. And then I'm going to sum this whole reading up with a heart oracle reading. I don't know what's happening here. Please don't email me trying to tell me what you think is going on, because that only applies to what's happening to you. If you got what you needed out of it, then you got your message. I don't need to know. Okay? My only role is to pass you the information as the guides and the cards give it to me and try to give it to you in a clear, objective manner. Okay? In the near future, so whatever question that you had that was not answered, here is the answer. In the near future. Now, I don't know if this is the exact answer that you need, if it's the advice, or if it's the consolation. Okay? And again, there's no timing in the tarot. Near future could be 30 minutes from now. It could be a year from now. Okay? Divine timing. Now, let's pull one Heart Oracle Tarot. And see what these cards have to share with us. Now, I have taken the chakra cards out of here. I will be putting them back in. I think I was doing something for somebody the other day, and I took the chakra cards out because we weren't doing that kind of reading. So I will be putting those back in. They are with the deck for a reason. So one angel, I'm sorry, Heart Oracle. Here we go. Clarity of belief. The Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is about that truth, that singular truth. It is about being able to cut through all of the bullshit and to focus and narrow down what it is that you need to see and what it is you need to know. Now, because it is representative of a swords card, remember I said there were no swords in this reading. None. Well, here's the Ace of Swords. And the swords represent truth, realizations, clarity, and communication. They also represent thoughts, beliefs, and perceptions and ideas. And in effect, clarity of belief says that if you believe, okay, and you believe with that singular clarity of knowing what it is you want, how you're going to communicate it, what ideas are you trying to get across, what concepts, I mean, so because this could apply in any type of relationship, okay? Depends on what you got going on. This card says yes. Let me read you the meaning of it, and then we're going to close this reading out. I am so busy. I don't know if I'm coming or going. Clarity of belief. It says define, communicate beliefs and transformation. Great potential is around you to define who you really are at this time in your life. Remember I said it's kind of like this king may be going through something on a deep level. It says great potential is around you to define who you really are at this time in your life and to determine what your beliefs are regarding love and commitment. Discard any outdated ideas about how a relationship should function and what the proper roles should be. And maybe that's why we've got this. And maybe why this person goes from a Donna Maritata to the lover. I don't know. Decide what you need and what you're willing to give. Different relationships will require different strategies for success. You need to be flexible and open-minded. Bring a breath of fresh air to your way of thinking about love and partnerships. When you have gained clarity, gently communicate this to the other people with whom you are in a relationship and explain how you would like to see that relationship change or grow, and exchange ideas on how each of you might alter your behavior to make this happen. Act upon your new insights and then transform the relationship. Hold that space open. Hold it open. Until next time, namaste.